presidential petition, legal experts are pointing at some provisions of the Constitution they say may need to be amended. A member of the committee of experts that drafted the Constitution says the ruling by the Supreme Court judges has opened the eyes of Kenyans to issues that may have been taken for granted in the new Constitution. Kenyans Otieno is here now with some of the lessons that lawyers, judges and former commission of experts believe are the biggest lessons in the historic petition.
The Supreme Court events of the historic Saturday, March 30th, 2013 left Kenyans pondering what the final decisions meant for everyone. But Bobby Mkangi, a member of the committee of experts that drew the Constitution of Kenya 2010, is happy that the Constitution has taken its rightful place at the center of governance.
The biggest lesson is in terms of the constitutionalism with which I would say as Kenyans we conducted ourselves, in terms of we did come up with this institution and the process, and especially with the background of what had happened in 2007 and the fact that we decided to make use of the same, because we could have come up with the process and the institution but still subvert it by using other means.
A point that even the key players at the heart of the three petitions at the Supreme Court acknowledge.
I think it has strengthened our democracy and our legal system, and I feel myself that the true winners are the people of Kenya. Their country is safer, it's stronger, it is guided by the rule of law, and all of us should be proud of that.
The court had a constitutional obligation to hear and determine this petition within a very short time. The 6 of them have worked throughout 2 weeks. They have delivered their judgments unanimously, which is an important step for this country because the Constitution is now at work.
However, the grueling legal arguments televised live for all the world to see also revealed what appeared to be grey areas in the Constitution that some feel should be given a second look.
It is the decision of the court that such rejected votes ought not to have been included in calculating the final tallies in favor of each presidential candidate.
The fact that the court upheld the petition number 3, which said rejected ballots must not be used to verify who has won an election, requires therefore that Parliament and the Senate considers amending the Constitution appropriately so that the law is clear and straightforward.
All the votes cast, that language prevails right from the Guy draft into the Bomas draft into the Wako draft, and when we are considering it, it was not an item of grave debate or major debate, because everyone seemed to understand what that meant.
But as to the matter of the 14-day strict time limit within which a presidential election petition must be dealt with and concluded, opinions are still varied, though Bobby Mkangi maintains that the committee of experts had a very good reason for that choice.
The 14 days does meet those factors that we were alive to. The issue of definitely the overlying issue of justice to be achieved. There was the issue of expediency, for that to be delivered with its speed and expediency, and also what would be the mood. If you keep this going on for longer, you are still keeping people in the election mood.
It's important because the Constitution states that the President-elect will not be sworn in until this process is completed. It is important that the presidential petitions are filed and heard within that time limit.
7 days is a very short time to interrogate all the evidence and all the law and go into all the controversies. Maybe within the next administration, thought will go to reviewing this Constitution.
But the biggest debate that may follow after the judgment is about what the petitions have revealed about the competence of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission and the conduct of future elections.
We must not take it as if it was the validation of the IEBC with its failures. I think IEBC must pull up its socks and ensure that amendments to the law regulations are adhered to.
All parties are waiting to judge the strength of their arguments by the reasons the Supreme Court gives in the next 2 weeks for the kind of judgment they delivered. Now, Petion, Sunday Night Live.